Gerardo. Gerardo.
Yo, what's going on, Miami? It's your boy Big Philly 305. I hope y'all had a what that was going on my streaming. This shit going crazy today, guys. And I'm sorry for the late start, y'all. There's a lot that happened this week, this weekend actually in football. Uh, obviously, you have our new Super Bowl game. You know what I'm saying? The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be an interesting week of football, ladies and gentlemen. Who you call Big Head 305? I know you ain't talking about me when you got a bigger head than me, Miami Dolphins fan 29. So you can go fuck yourself. How you doing? Um, with that, I might as well bring in the original Big Head, the OG, the double OG, the triple OG, Big Head, God of all big heads, center of the Big Head universe, Mr. Gordito. And bear with me because my StreamYard is dialing. What's going on, Mr. Big Head God of Big Heads?
Que hola, people.
Yeah,
How you doing, Philly?
don't be coming over here talking like that, bro. Don't be coming over here talking like that. All right?
This is
All right?
El Godito.
What's going on, man? What's up with this is 2 weeks in a row of rare appearances, man. Everybody asks everywhere I go, hey, man, where's Gordito?
Gordito's been on the low for a while, hitting that work schedule 90 hours a week. So the fact that I'm out here today, I'll give you guys the lottery numbers 22, 21, 7, 14, and 56. Play them, and I want half the profits. Big Philly, you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, bro. I had my fucking StreamYard. I thought I pinga. I don't know what the hell's going on. My internet should just muted it.
But you're still in the show, though.
Yeah, I don't know why. Dog, I'm telling you, the StreamYard today has been. Let me try to see if it'll let me
You're
do
you're
this shit.
showing
Hold on.
backstage.
Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today, bro. I had to go on my phone and start the show that way because for some reason it's like moving like a fucking tortuga. You know, it's just slow as shit. I don't know
All
what's
right.
going on. It's as slow. It's as slow as the Dolphins hiring process. Okay, that's how slow it is. But anyways, um, so yeah, man, a lot of stuff happened this weekend. Obviously, we have our Super Bowl opponents. You have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City narrowly escaped that game with honestly, you know, a disappointing bonehead move by that linebacker. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, they're running full speed, guys, and I understand it. It's a heads up. That's supposed to be like a heads up type of play. Don't touch him. You got two guys ahead of him that are going to make the stop. Don't do something unnecessary and put them in field goal range, which ultimately they did by pushing out Mahomes and drawing that unnecessary roughness call, which put them in the 15-yard penalty, which puts them well into field goal range, which obviously gets them the W at the end of the day. It's very unfortunate, but if I'm the Cincinnati Bengals, if I'm that player that caused that play, which I honestly it's escaped my head what his name is currently, um, but if I'm that player, I'm holding my head up high and you know, that's 2 years in a row of AFC championships. You're 1-1. You're gonna get there again, guys. Cincinnati will get another opportunity in the Super Bowl. You know, it's just a matter of when, not when. Matter of when. Yeah. Matter of when. Not. Did I say that right? Matter of when. Not all matter of. It's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. There we go. I knew I was saying some shit wrong, but needless to say, it was a great game, very entertaining game. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes put on a show. Patrick Mahomes playing through you know, a very difficult very difficult injury and the high ankle sprain. Um, you know, so it's kind of interesting to see what's gonna occur you know, in this Super Bowl in the next 2 weeks. You know, obviously you have Philly. I think Philly will be the favorite. Philly's defense played on point, shutting out San Francisco's offense. Although that offense was without Brock Purdy. Um, so you know, obviously going back to the third string with Josh, and then ultimately being ruled out with a concussion. Bringing back Purdy. Obviously, Purdy couldn't put any pressure or couldn't grip that ball with that nerve damage in the elbow, which I'd love to have CT come on and kind of explain, you know, how that injury can affect the throwing arm. But obviously, ultimately, was not able to throw the ball effectively throughout that game after the injury, which you know kind of put them well behind the eight ball, where you have to strictly rely on that run defense. Which at that point they just push their ears back. You know, they just you know it's like a pit bull, a ravaged pit bull, just attacking nonstop that run game. But unfortunately, you know that's another team that you know, hey man, keep your head up high. I'm kind of curious to see what San Fran does at the quarterback position. Obviously, with Brock Purdy, the way he played for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and then obviously you have you know the youngling coming up, the you know your first round pick, um, Trey, what is it, Trey Lance? Yeah, Trey Lance. Um, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how they go about this off-season training camp. And then obviously the preseason and the regular season, seeing how they implement these guys and how they create a quarterback position battle. How did you feel these games went over the weekend, Gordito?
Man, I honestly think that, you know, to put everything into perspective, uh, the Chiefs and the Bengals, that was a good head-to-head game. Man, I love the adversity in that game. You know, obviously we all know that Mahomes is a dog. You know, playing through that high ankle, sprain. Um, I honestly think at this point, I don't think the Chiefs are gonna win this Super Bowl. Um, Obviously, we both know that the Eagles are a better and more tougher candidate at this point. But when it comes down to that San Fran game, man, listen, man. All kudos to Purdy. You know, that boy got hurt, came back in. But I felt like San Fran should have had that backup for Purdy.
Well,
Maybe
they did.
6
They
weeks
weren't
ago.
anticipating, obviously him
Yeah,
going out because remember those spotters are the ones that pulled him out of that game. He got up fine. It was the spotters that pulled him out.
correct. But I mean that's because realistically he couldn't grip the ball anymore. And then you have Josh Jacobs that comes in. Granted, no experience when it comes to the playoffs, but he did his best. I agree on that. He really did. He came in and try to exercise everything he can. And unfortunately, he's just not that type of dog. Um, I honestly think that this offseason it's gonna be. I think Garoppolo's gone. Obviously, we all know that. I think it's gonna be a competition between Trey Lance and Purdy this year, and I think that Purdy did have a Cinderella story season, like Garoppolo did his first year with New England, just like Brissett did with New England. And they come back for their third, fourth seasons and they're trash. I think that's where Garoppolo sits at right now, just like Brissett sits at. But Purdy, I feel like Purdy did have a good season. Second, part of the season. I just don't get him the full throne yet in San Fran. I think that he needs to earn his spot and to a healthy Trey Lance. Um, but when it comes, like I said, when it comes down to that move that happened down in the Chiefs game, man, that was a stupid move by the Bengals, that linebacker. But at the end of the day, I honestly thought that regardless of the fact that move or not, their kicker is
Right.
is on point. So I think
Of
they would
course.
have taken it regardless. But granted, you can't put the pressure on him either.
So we got some guys backstage. I'm gonna bring them up now. Obviously, right before I bring them up, I'll kind of announce this now. Right before I bring them up, I'm gonna take this opportunity to kind of let you guys know. Obviously, we are a growing channel. We are currently running a free giveaway drive for subscription, guys. So no donation necessary. So we are giving away a free autographed Nick Needham jersey for lucky subscriber. Once we reach 200 subscribers, so make sure you tell your friends, tell your family. Um, let anybody really in the NFL community that's interested in actually listening to other content of other than obviously your Dolphins daily talk, which obviously is great if that's your give. I know I love talking about it. I'm on Finsaholic all the time. I'm on and other shows, Fins Network and Stephen D show in the mornings. I can't the Finsdale not Finsdale what's the other one? Cock Blockers. Um, but we are a growing channel, so definitely once we reach 200 subscribers, we're giving away a JSA game cut Nick Needham autograph jersey. So just letting y'all know, I'm trying to give it away, man. No donations necessary, no cash apps, no nothing. All we want you to do is hit that like, that subscribe, and that beautiful Taco Bell to notify you. It won't give you the shits, I promise you. You just hit it, and won't give you the poops instantly. All right. I guarantee that. Now, if you have Taco Bell while doing it, then that's a different story. I can't guarantee nothing. But anyways, with that being said, I'm going to welcome some of these panel members. As always, guys, keep it respectful because I know sometimes y'all be getting a little cray-cray. So I'm going to welcome real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just my laptop thought I'd been going. I'm going to welcome Cat for Life. What's going on, Cat? As you come in.
Hey, yeah, hey. Thank you, thank you for having me on the program, gentlemen. It's a Mexican pizza sounds real good right now, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I'll fuck that shit up right now. Oh man, I'm gonna welcome real quick Kane's Dolphins. Always a strong supporter, Mr.
What's
Keynes. What's
up?
going on, man? How was your weekend?
All right, man. Can't complain. What about y'all?
Chilling like a villain. You already know it, man. We just chilling. Oh,
What's up, Cat? What's
Go ahead.
Yeah,
up,
I mean,
Gordito?
Cage, man. I could complain, bro, but nobody gonna be listening.
I
mean,
listen.
I will, man. I hear your
I
pain every
listen.
day, man.
I listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. I listen. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
do
look at
too,
you
man.
cray. Hey, Cap. I know you like that meme I sent your ass today. Don't mind me, just rubbing my nipples. Anyways,
I felt like getting a chest wax after I seen that.
What the fuck?
good luck, bro. You're by yourself, man. You're gonna be yelling Kelly Clarkson like that 40-year-old virgin movie. But anyways,
The Jack
and
O'Lantern,
last
yeah.
for real, last but not least, Mr. Soto Productions, SOT Productions. What's going
So
on, man?
SOT?
Yeah, I
Very
hope y'all
well.
have a great weekend. I know SOT's happy because I know he's a Chiefs fan. So I know you're happy that they're going to the Super Bowl for another year. Oh,
Hey,
great.
that's Skull Cap. What's good, Skull Cap? How you doing, buddy?
Very well.
But yeah, man. There's some other. Obviously, there's other news. I know, Cap. You kind of told me what was going on Larry's show. I wasn't really. I didn't hear that news until you let me know. But it does make it a little interesting. Obviously, we had Vic Fangio. There were some reports over the weekend that he did accept a multi-year deal with the Miami Dolphins as defensive coordinator, and it will make him the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. But there are some rumors now that he may take up the job in San Francisco. Obviously, San Francisco will have a defensive coordinator position open, pending on head coaching interviews for what's his name, the defensive coordinator for San Fran. I'm having a brain fart. Damn, dog, what's his name, bro? I just
Well,
hit on my
congratulations
DeMarco,
to him.
DeMarco Ryan.
DeMarco Ryans. So there's obviously some stuff there. TJ Watt actually came out on Twitter, or there was a cryptic tweet with him and with the defensive coordinator for San Francisco together, which kind of signaled that he may return to Houston. In what capacity, I'm not sure. Most likely coaching, probably coaching with that defensive line. Obviously, they played together in Houston with for a stint. So obviously there's some connections there. So obviously there will be a actual vacancy opened um, for that team. So that could be a possibility where we might lose out on Vic, which is it's a great possibility. But and it kind of goes back to what I was saying on Batman show, where there is a possibility if we did move on from Boyer, or we might go with the inexperienced defensive coordinator in the case that we can't sign a guy like him or a guy like Lovey Smith, which I think would probably be the best suited second option would be Lovey Smith in the case that they decide that they can't that Vic decides to go to San Francisco, which is another obviously it's a very compelling or appealing job or a post, with that type of defense that they have there in the line and their secondary. So there is some
What a slap
options
in
there.
the face that is, though, man.
No, not necessarily, bro. This is a business at the end of the day, bro. How many times do people apply to one job, they get the job, and then they turn around and apply somewhere else,
Yeah,
and they
that's
get that
true.
job. It happens. It happens. It happens in all the and every industry that you think of.
But it's
But
fucked up, though, man.
yeah, no, but again, and I know a lot of fans will be like, if that did happen, they're going to say the what if game. But at the end of the day, it's not all over. There's still a lot of opportunity. There's still a lot of growth yet to come for the Miami Dolphins defense. So there is a lot of stuff that's going on here in Miami that is great, and that is very appealing to some defense, maybe a young guy or even a veteran defensive coordinator that may want to take a shot here and try their philosophy again. Especially for guys that maybe it didn't work in certain programs, will come in and try to make that same philosophy work in this program. So there's just different options that they would have in the case that obviously we had the linebacker for the Dolphins here that we interviewed. So there's a couple guys that we interviewed already that can definitely come in and take over that option there at the for the Miami Dolphins. With that, obviously um, Dallas parted ways with Kellen Moore, the OC, and he has since being released or mutually parting ways. He has already found a home in the Los Angeles Chargers with their open offensive coordinator vacancy spot. So there's that going on as well. So there's some stuff that that's happening. I mean, and now as the season is coming to a close, obviously we have the Pro Bowl this weekend. um, you're gonna start seeing a domino effect. All right. So once Sean Payton decides whether or not he wants to coach and is going to sign with the Denver Broncos, which is where I think he'll ultimately end up. Um, it'll start a domino effect. Then you're going to see Miko Ryan's side. Then you're going to see possibly what happens in Arizona um, in that opening, which there's a lot of speculation where Brian Flores might get that job. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening. There's a ripple effect, and then you have a lot of OCs that are available in the market too. You have Brian Leftwich that's there who just got cut from was it Leftwich? Yeah, I think it is Leftwich.
Well,
What's up?
you always think about what you think about.
Say that
What?
again.
You always think about what you think about.
Music.
Listen, so
What
did
do
you
you?
guys hear that Bradley Chubb made the Pro Bowl over, to replace Khalil Mack?
Damn.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb's going to the Pro Bowl.
Nice.
I heard about
Good
the
for
Pro
him.
Bowl. I've seen it before.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I'm happy that you're able to go and see it. Um, so I'm reading here. So, to kind of touch base based off of what we were talking about a little bit earlier, Gordito, with Brock Purdy. So Brock Purdy actually tore his UCL, which now he will be sidelined for approximately 6 months. So it takes
Damn,
about 6 months.
Damn.
Yeah, they hit his ass hard, boy. I tell you.
You're
Yeah,
looking at
I
about
know.
August. Looking at about
I saw it
August.
last night.
You're looking at about August for them to return, more or less. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys.
So, Gordito,
What's going on, Canes?
not
Dolphins, baby.
much. What's up, SOT?
What's up? I
Not
have something
much.
to show you, and then I can show you something after during the end of the show.
That's fine, SOT. We'll wait for that for the end, all right?
I got something to show you first. A
Okay.
commercial.
Okay, at the end, all right?
We'll show one commercial for here now, and then one at the end of the show.
No, let's just wait until the end of the show.
Got it.
Yeah. So, Canes, Dolphins, how'd you feel about the results?
My bad, guys.
Over
My
the
dog just all of a sudden learned how to open fucking doors. I don't know how that happened. My door was closed. He opened the fucking door. I'm like, yo, what's going
Oh
on here?
shit!
Can't
Damn.
you see him?
You know how to open doors? You know how to open doors, but you can't feed yourself.
Chatting with
Anyway.
someone.
Some dogs do,
So-
man.
Yeah, no, all right. I was like,
I will after I chat. I'll talk to you later.
all right. So, with that too, also,
shower now.
another-
Bye.
yo, SOT, just mute yourself. You're gonna take a phone call. But yeah. So, um, with that too, with the also
Dark
another news
card.
too this weekend was obviously salary cap increase.
Mhm.
The salary cap increase with 18 million to add towards our salary cap for this off season, if I'm not mistaken. Should help us a little bit, give us a little bit more wiggle room. I wasn't really expecting this big of an increase, but I would have actually expected a little bit bigger of an increase with the way quarterback salary caps are working now, with the salary impact towards the cap. Um, but obviously they only raised it up to 224 to 224 million. So a million. So that with that, obviously Miami's salary cap increases a little bit, which helps us out, but there's still a lot of work to be done with that salary cap. Obviously, we talked a lot about, Byron Jones post June cuts, or trade options, and also, some restructuring I think they'll do. They obviously had to lock in Christian Wilkins, with an extension, which is something I think that should be a priority. But obviously we don't know what Miami is thinking currently. So with that, I'm going to go around the room, and I'm going to start with Gordito. Actually, no, I'll start with Canes. Canes, in the news that you heard this weekend, because there was a lot of news. What was the most shocking? Um, what was the most shocking that you've seen this weekend in those events that happened? Whether it was the NFC AFC game, I know you kind of predicted that. If I'm not mistaken, you did predict Kansas City and Philly.
Yeah.
Um, but what was the most shocking um, that you've seen, whether it came from like a coaching move or whether it was, maybe the way San Francisco kind of laid that was unfortunate with Brock Purdy. Like, what was it that you felt was a little shocking for you?
The fact that Fangio he agreed and then he said I don't know and then as far as Frisco, how fast the quarterback he got hurt.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, they hit his ass hard and it wasn't the same.
I feel you, 100%. SOT man, what was some stuff that shocked you this weekend?
The Bengals being defeated by the Chiefs, and my
Okay.
prediction was the Chiefs. Do you remember that the day when I was on Batman 2423 show and I showed my prediction?
Um, I might have been on there. I'm not sure. I don't think I was on the show when he decided to do predictions. But I'm more than certain he has the records. So Batman
So the
keeps
Chiefs
tabs.
are the AFC Championship, and I think it's best if you notice my jingle. I'll show it to you. Uh, and then I'm showing you my commercials at the end of the show.
Maybe I'll let you know because I have my stuff here. I got to put on before I end that show. But
I'll be waiting here for you.
I got you. Gordito, how do you feel, buddy?
I feel that the Chiefs should have lost. I feel like the Bengals was a better team, and I feel like the Eagles are gonna dominate the Super Bowl.
I like to see them try.
No, it's more like I like to see Kansas City try to keep up.
Damn right.
Uh, it's not look, bro. It's nothing to get, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to respect Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah, but he's
I
hurt
made
though,
that.
man.
It doesn't matter. I made that critical error at the beginning of the season when I predicted the Chiefs to go fourth in their division, and ultimately, I was severely incorrect. I was definitely incredibly incorrect. And obviously, they flipped the script and they won number one, and then they won number one in the AFC, and
Yep.
now they're AFC champions. So obviously, this team has proved a lot of people wrong all year,
Yeah.
especially like for instance Valdez Scantley, who I gave
I like
Huevo
Mahomes
hell.
though.
Yeah, with Mahomes, but I gave Huevo hell for it at the beginning of the season, saying that he can't replace
Hmm.
Tyreek. And look at the performance that he put up last night, putting up 2 touchdowns, and basically put on a show. He had a couple of nice, incredible catches, um, that definitely propelled Kansas City to kind of swing momentum. Put them in definite and put them in good situations to ultimately win this game, which is that big touchdown over the middle that put them in the lead when the game was tied 13-13.
Yeah.
So I gave them hell all year. But I don't think they have enough to compete with Philly. Philly, I
Yeah.
know Poseidon
Philly's
definitely,
stacked, man.
yeah, Philly, that's the thing. Philly is stacked. And I respect both teams 100%. But with that being said, what you have to think about is, like kind of Poseidon kind of said at the beginning of the year, and I'd love to have Jamie back on, the Philly sports guy. But his biggest question was Jalen. His biggest question was how good will Jalen be? Will he be consistent? He had some questions, but Jalen all year this year has answered a lot of those questions, and he has played. He's been consistent. He has played well. He has dominated some games, and he's won some games. So I definitely think that there is an opportunity there where Philly can dominate Kansas City. There's an opportunity.
Yeah,
Now,
especially Mahomes is
he
not
rise up and take that
fully
opportunity?
healthy
That
either.
we'll see in 2 weeks. But they definitely have a lot more firepower. They definitely have a lot more firepower than Kansas City, especially in the receiver side.
Yep.
So there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot to see. It's definitely going to be a fun one. It definitely is going to be a very entertaining Super Bowl, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, bro. It's going to be a lot of fun. And honestly, I can't wait to see the Super Bowl. I can't wait to see who wins, and then I can't wait for the offseason because there's going to be a lot of moves. There's going to be a lot of moves.
Yeah, and I can't wait for my off season until football begins because I dedicated my life to something that I watched since 2009 for a long time. It's my sport, auto racing.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll wait
luckily
until
for
the football season comes on, and then I'll be doing both during the season, the rest of this auto racing season.
yeah, I got you. Um,
Yeah,
and Poseidon made a good point. So did Cincy. Um, but Cincy's offensive line was not nearly as healthy or complete as Philadelphia's offensive line is. You can't even compare. Receivers, you could definitely make an argument there. Quarterback, you can definitely make an argument. But I think Burrow has the one notch over him. Um, the run game, they didn't really use Mixon like I thought they were going to use Mixon last night. Um, I had Mixon plus 56, and they kind of
Right.
rode more with Marion than they did with Mixon. Um, I definitely think their tight ends, Philly's tight end Gilbert is a lot better than Cincinnati's tight end and Hurst. So the defenses are night and day. In my opinion, I think Philly has a stronger defense. It's going to pose a different challenge than Cincinnati did. Although Eli Apple did hold up a bit, but again, that's Patrick Mahomes, and you have to respect the man and what he did last night and how he was able to overcome the Bengals. On one leg essentially, because you saw it. When he rolled out, when he was putting pressure on that foot. Obviously you could see the amount of pain that he was in. So it was just again, it's do or die, and Patrick Mahomes came out there and he did what he had to do, and I thought that they were going to apply more pressure, and that offensive line held up against that pressure, and ultimately they got the dub. And Burrow, dude, they were bringing the house on Burrow, and Burrow went down a couple times, and it's like, yo, that offensive line, this is the Super Bowl all over again. I think there was a
and
play
the
where the
defense did a
commentary
good job, didn't they?
they did a good job. They did a good job, but there was like a play where um Joey was running for his life and he kind of threw the ball away. And if he would have had a second, if he would have had another second, he had Jamar Chase down the seam for a touchdown. So, and it kind of goes the same thing what happened in the Super Bowl with Jamar Chase against Jalen Ramsey, where if he would have had that 1 second, we could definitely be saying that he's a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, when people get
There's
mad
a
at me when I
he's a Super-
say that he ain't ready yet.
nah, he's ready. He showed it
No,
to you
I'm
last night.
saying for the next step, though. I'm saying
Nah, his next step is
like
to if I'm Cincy has what, another 2 years or a year before they have to pay him if they haven't paid him yet.
yeah,
I think that Herbert was the first one to get extended. So if they're gonna make this commitment to him long term, which they will, they need to strengthen that offensive line further than what they've done this year. So this year, yes, they added some pieces,
yeah.
but they got to add more pieces and they got to add depth. So,
To
which is
me,
what
it
they don't
seems
have.
like he's he is
Miami,
missing something.
and Cincinnati are in similar situations. Not that they're exact, but they are similar situations where they need to strengthen the offensive line. Miami's case, they need to find a DC that can work with this unit. But they're a couple pieces off, and they need a healthy, consistent Tua. So if Miami can get that next season, Miami could be one of those top teams. It's very
That's
possible.
true.
Very, very possible. They can be another Cincy, but again, it's gonna take a lot of work. And I mean, luckily for us, the salary cap increase kind of helps us out a bit. Raising it up 15, 16 million, which will bring our cap space up a bit, but there's still a lot more work to be done. There's a lot of
I
guys
got a
that need to get
question
paid.
for you, man.
Yeah, what's up?
How long do you think before Burrow wins the Super Bowl?
Burrow got another 2-year window. He got a 2-year window.
Right.
Cincinnati has a 2-year window.
Yeah, Burrow's in the growing stage right now.
They got a 2-year, and I'm telling you, they're going to compete.
Yeah.
They're going to compete. So that I'm for sure about. I just want to see what they do in the offseason on their offensive line and how they structure that offensive line. Because they played better, but they're not where they need to be to make a run for the postseason. For the Super Bowl, I mean. So like to go against the Super Bowl
that's why I said they're not ready yet.
I'm sorry, if they would have went up against Philly's front seven, they would have gotten destroyed.
Yeah, that's why I said they're not ready yet.
Reddick has been destroying offensive lines all season. Now that with the addition of Ndamukong Suh and Fletcher Cox, you have a lot of stuff going on there in that front four.
Listen, the Eagles lead the NFL right now with 60 sacks in one season.
Bro. They would have gotten
who are not going to break through?
Now, it's going to be interesting because the team that won yesterday has the best offensive line in the league, and at least in the AFC, according to PFF. So you have the best offensive line in the AFC against the best defensive line in the National Football League. So we're going to see how how that battle of the trenches is going to go and who's going to ultimately win. It's a battle tug of war in the trenches, and we got to see who's the biggest, meanest person on the play yard that's going to come out there and win their battles. Play in and play out. So, I want to see what happens there. It's going to be a very interesting contest between those two teams. Definitely a very, very, very interesting contest.
You see, the thing is that the Eagles have their rotation is all healthy and down-packed defensive linemen. And I honestly don't think that the Chiefs' O-line is that solid to put up with that healthy D-line that they have there, bro. The Eagles, I'll be lucky. Patrick Mahomes better get some injections quick, and he better bring the dog out that foot because that boy's going to be running a lot in that Super Bowl. And if he can't run and he's not mobile, I'm going to tell you what, the Eagles are only going to destroy the Chiefs because that's not going to be a defensive game for the Chiefs.
I've been writing these letters to the Chiefs saying that.
All right, thank you. So, like I said,
I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Oh shit, he got like kick. Oh, bro, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to remove the addition thing from him. Sorry, bud. Sorry.
I didn't mean to do that. Kelsey brothers.
Say it again.
I said it's going to be their first Super Bowl that their brothers go at it.
Well, yeah, they made history. It's going to be the Kelsey Bowl. They already gave it a nickname, the Kelsey Bowl.
I'm going to tell you what, though. I didn't believe in the Chiefs in the beginning of the season. We all were saying that the Chiefs were going to be trash because they only had Juju, and that was really it. I'm surprised that the Chiefs made the Super Bowl, and I was really counting on the Bengals to make it. Now, I don't know, man. This Eagle, it seems like this is not even going to be a Super Bowl. It seems like it's going to be an ass whooping to me. So, I mean, I hope you guys are not going too ham on the barbecue and the chips and the nachos and the pizza. Cause there ain't
All right,
nothing to be prideful for.
I do barbecue.
Oh Lord.
Barbecue.
We all going to Big Philly's house then for the Super Bowl.
No, you ain't. Don't come here.
Oh, we going there.
Oh,
We're gonna go eat at Kick Infusion. I see Kick Infusion just came back into business.
All by myself. I'm gonna be all by myself.
What the hell?
That's so much fun. I'm
Who
having
was
fun
that?
with that. That was me, bro. That's the woman pitch.
Man, you
I have
should be
all
the,
types
you,
I have
you should
all
be the
types of
next. Except I think we should make a movie. Instead of being white chicks, it should be fat chicks.
This is
We'll do
like
good.
abusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how you doing? What's going on, Elizabeth?
And then I can sound like Will when he wants to take my chip away. But it's okay.
And by the way, fuck it.
So yeah, man, I can do different stuff, man. It's a lot of fun. This sound bar, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I wonder where Cap disappeared to, because Cap just he just disappeared mid conversation. It's crazy. You know, he was here 1 minute and gone the next. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Fucking master of disguise.
Hey, bro, that's the point, bro. Little you know, the better it is.
Man, that'd be good for phone pranks, bro. You know?
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun.
But delete my number. Don't play with me.
I'm gonna do it just to fuck with you, and I'm gonna do it with Poseidon doing it. Anyways, so yeah, man. Very it's like I said, it's gonna be a fun week. I'm kind of curious to see how this Pro Bowl is gonna work out.
I think it's stupidity.
Patrick Mahomes won't be there, so it's gonna be Joey B, Josh Allen, and who's the alternate because Tua's not gonna be there. So is it gonna be Huntley?
Huntley.
Yeah, Huntley. If I'm not mistaken, he made the Pro Bowl.
It's flag
Where's it
football.
at?
Look who back. Look who came back. Wait, where's this shit at?
Back
Back
again.
Yeah, for life.
Cap is back. Hey, his name. Hey,
Hey, my bad, bro. I'm
Cap is
picking up my
back.
homeboy from work, man.
No, you good, bro. Fucking with it. Yo, we might have some copyright issues with Eminem, bro. Oh shit.
What happened? What happened? Eminem, what? What happened?
You didn't hear us singing Guess Who's Back when you came back? Oh,
La 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 la.
Cap is back.
I created a monster because nobody wants to see monster no more. Everyone's ready to stop living.
Guess who's back?
But
Cap
yeah,
is
man.
back.
All right. That's enough. She'll give me a head.
Back again.
You guys are fucking nuts.
Yeah, at least
It's gonna be a long off season, boys.
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be a long off season.
Oh, so here's the question: who is Miami gonna retain this year? I'm ready for this one. Who's the cuts that you guys predict, and who do you think Miami is gonna keep?
Oh, like surprise cuts, you mean?
Surprise cuts, and who do you think Miami's? I mean, listen, we got Gesicki that needs a contract. Y'all think we're gonna keep Gesicki? We got Wilkins that needs a contract. Who else? Jeff Wilson needs a contract.
I think they're gonna give Landon Roberts the Cal Van Noy treatment.
I don't know, but I think Roberts did pretty solid.
I know, but I mean, you have to pick either one or keep Baker and him. Are you willing to keep those two guys, or cut some
But
weight? I mean, I like both guys, but they're not gonna all be back. And we need linebackers too, so I don't get it.
I'll
I
tell you
think
what.
I think they restructure. If anything, they restructure Baker and they
Yeah,
bring back.
who I was very disappointed in this year was Tyndall, Chadden Tyndall. I was very disappointed with his performance this year.
Well, we're
It
gonna
had
see,
to be.
bro.
He
We're
didn't
gonna see.
dissect the playbook, bro. It had to be that because we didn't even see him.
Nah, dude. No, I don't think it's
He
that either,
came in.
bro.
He was our third down back. Yeah, bro. I
I
wasn't
don't.
happy.
I don't think it's that, bro. I think it's lack of experience, bro. People don't realize he sat behind the bench for most of his college career. He came in on situational downs. He wasn't the primary starter down guy. He's a solid recruit, but he has a lot of growing up to do.
I mean, this is what I'm talking about when we talk about experimenting with positions of need. Like everybody was enamored with the Georgia team, and rightfully so because they got dogs as linebackers, bro. But out of all the linebackers, we picked the fourth best one instead of going after Jordan Davis, who was like the best nose tackle in the draft, and the Eagles got him.
Yeah, but the thing is that they probably felt confident in the group that they had in the front four with Raekwon, Christian, Agba. They probably felt real confident that that they can attack the pass rush. I mean, attack the offense using that pass rush. But I don't think that they're explosive enough. At least Raekwon's a big body and he's great against the run, but he's not that guy. That's more like Christian Wilkins. But you need like two Christian Wilkins in the center of that defensive line. But we only have one.
Yeah,
So
especially now with Fangio. Fangio's gonna want a nose tackle.
yeah, but I think Fangio's going to work on the Fangio's going to focus primarily on that linebacking core and adding depth to the secondary.
Yeah,
Because that's our issue right now.
if he
So
comes,
Byron, I definitely think is on the way out, and I think that Nick Needham gets retained. But now what I will tell you is this: a lot of guys got Byron Jones on the way out, but I don't think he leaves. I think he restructures and stays.
I think he stays. Unless
Yeah, man. Something inside of me says he's staying too, bro.
I think he restructures and stays with Vic because I have a feeling that he didn't come back not because, and I kind of mentioned this before, but a lot of guys didn't really like Boyer, or some guys didn't like Boyer, and he could have been one of them. Because remember, he was Flo's boy, so he could have been that he didn't want to play for him. He didn't want to play for him. He didn't want to risk injury. He already knew that Miami was shopping. So he's like, fuck that. I don't want to play for this guy. Let me sit. But now they're bringing Vic Fangio. He might come back and say, you know what? I'll play for him and I'll take a pay.
That would be the best surprise we would get, bro. Like, to be honest with you, I mean, I like Byron Jones, bro. Like, from what he did at Dallas and what he did with us, the short stint, he produced.
He was all right with us.
I was gonna say he wasn't that productive with Miami. He was productive.
I mean, from what we saw, it was like a short glimpse.
He just forced a lot of balls. He just forced a lot of balls in unnecessary situations for guys, which caused a lot of turnovers, and that's what made our defense.
Yeah, I think X had his best year, right? When he was on the other side.
He did 12 interceptions. So, with that being said, that would be the best option for Miami, I think. But obviously now this goes based off of what happens with Vic, and does he go to San Fran? Obviously, which is another very, very, very attractive position and a very attractive team. I think that he can come here. He's going to have a great challenge here, especially playing against Buffalo twice. And ultimately, like players, coaches are competitive too. They want to beat the best. And right now, we have the best conference.
Listen,
AFC is the best.
Absolute cut for Miami is Teddy Shitwater. Please.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, that's without being said, bro.
That's not a surprise. That's not a surprise.
Yeah. He didn't look enthusiastic at all to be here, bro. He pulled a Jay Cutler, in my opinion, bro.
Yeah, like people were like, and the people took a lot of that into a misconception that he was disgruntled because, he was brought here with the intention of beating out Tua. But I don't think he was brought here in the intention of beating out Tua. I think he thought in his mind that this guy can't play a complete season and that I'm going to be a starter by the end of the season. and that's why he took that incentive-based salary over guaranteed money for the most part. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that
Is that
goes.
triple cough like a triple cough? Listen to me, or like a real triple
No,
cough?
I was like literally trying to fucking clear my throat,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I lost my train of thought.
So here's the next question: If we get rid of Bridgewater, do you think Skylar Thompson is the backup, solid backup?
We have no choice, Gordito, bro. We have nobody.
I'm comfortable.
We're gonna have to sign someone in the
I'm-
offseason.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Bro, we're not rolling with two quarterbacks, bro. Skylar
Yeah, bro. We
Thompson,
need three, bro.
They'll bring another arm into camp. They'll bring another arm, whether it's the draft or whether they
This
bring another
season
head.
proved we need three, bro.
They'll bring in
Son
another.
Jimmy G.
But no, they're not gonna do. They're not gonna bring some high ticket. They're gonna bring
This is what I don't get, bro. Every time somebody mentions somebody, and it doesn't have to be Jimmy G, but I swear to you, anytime somebody mentions a quarterback, everybody's quick to turn them down. And it's like, well, we need a quarterback, but everybody turn down
Jimmy
the
wants money. Yo,
wait, but the
Jimmy G
reason
wants
why
money. That's why
it's
I'm
not even the
fighting.
money. It's not even the money. Jimmy G is gonna want a starting position. I can see Jimmy in two places, depending
What's
on
the
what
cheapest
happens.
alternative?
I would say
Derek Carr. I want Derek Carr.
No, Derek Carr is gonna be money, bro. No, but
Why am I hearing stuff about a trade? I thought he was a free agent.
he will be if they haven't cut him yet. They're holding on to him to see if they trade for him.
Yeah, because I heard something about they're denying his trade request, and I'm like, why is he getting traded?
No, they're gonna cut him by the end. I think by the end of the month, by the end of February or mid-February, or unless they find a way to trade him. I think. Damn, bro, I'm fucking over here.
I can't tell if you're serious every time you do that call.
He ends up in Houston.
If I'm a betting man, I would say guys that I can see coming here, Garner Minshew, I could definitely see in this offense. Definitely guys that are familiar with Mike McDaniels and his scheme. So depending on what, yeah.
Is it true Baker Mayfield got arrested this past weekend?
I don't know.
I don't know about Baker. I know Buddy from Georgia got arrested over the weekend.
Who?
The quarterback.
Who?
The starting quarterback.
His name's Baker too?
No.
I heard somebody had told me that Baker Mayfield got arrested for something.
No, he didn't get arrested.
I just saw this.
Baker
Gordito broke the news. I didn't even know until you said it. Bradley Chubb makes the Pro Bowl with Khalil Mack withdraws with injury.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bradley Chubb makes the Pro Bowl.
That's crazy, man. I mean, hey, man, it is what it is.
It's a different type of Pro Bowl, I guess, right? Different kind of. I mean, think about it. Fucking
play all the dodgeball you want, man.
Literally, bro. Yeah, what's his face? Huntley, I think, made it too. No, for quarterbacks since Tua pulled out. I think Huntley's the next runner-up. Can you believe that?
Damn.
It's great.
Yeah, but this year Pro Bowl is not the Pro Bowl, bro. This year is.
It's not, bro. They got like water balloon and freaking tag, and it's.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for them to like bring out a freaking I don't know, man, like a rainbow colored parachute, and everybody just kumbaya, and I don't know, man. It's not right, bro.
Hey, you know what? Hey, now that we're thinking about it, you know who I see as our backup, bro? And you guys might disagree. Joe Flacco.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can see that.
Flacco. Whew. Man, it's been
I'll
a
tell you
minute.
what. Yeah, I know Flacco, but Flacco will produce better than Teddy Bridgewater, man.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Horrible, bro. Listen, that's Miami's problem. If we had a solid backup quarterback that would have led that team like Purdy did, we would have won more games, bro. We would have been there. If Skylar Thompson didn't start that playoff game, we would have been straight as well. It's just a matter of And
Yeah,
that's
but
that we put
but
up
Teddy
against
wasn't going to win
Buffalo.
that either. Teddy wasn't going to win that game either.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Nor Tua would have.
I think they're going to bring in a guy like Reed Sinead, who they already brought in this last off season for
But that's
another camp
conserving
arm.
money. That's conserving money at this point.
But that is cheap.
But
He is dirt cheap.
exactly. I would rather bring in a expensive backup, not too expensive, but an experienced veteran that can lead that team, like Fitzpatrick. The man comes in and balls out, bro.
The problem is that these guys don't understand that role. A lot of these guys they want to compete.
Well, I mean,
I think.
that's what it should be about, bro. They should not be afraid to compete just because Tua's supposedly the number one guy. Like, if Tua goes down, we got to have somebody that has, the confidence level to not be a backup when push comes to shove. Like, I don't want a guy, firing all the bullets and just thinks to himself, I'm a backup. No, bro, your mentality has to be like Fitzpatrick or like the mustache or, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody that has cojones, bro.
I wonder if Huntley's a free agent.
I just don't like to see these players come here, use us up for our money for 1 year, then haul ass, bro.
Hey, you know who else I see as a good backup and taking my retirement? Cam Newton.
I completely forgot about him, bro.
What the fuck? Hell no, I don't want that shit.
Did he officially retire?
Yeah. No, he ain't retired. Nobody just said, bro, you're gonna tell me that Cam Newton as our backup wouldn't be a solid backup?
No, he'll create too much fucking headache.
Oh, come on, bro. But now you're
I guarantee you he would have ran that ball in the Buffalo game. He wouldn't have stand in the pocket like Skyler did. He would have ran.
He doesn't run the ball now, bro. That's his issue. He don't run the ball no more.
I don't know, man. We need something, man. I'm tired of saying the same thing.
He tried to change his game and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. I'm telling you, I think if you're gonna spend money on a backup, I think Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, but once again,
or somebody
was a Cinderella story.
Or somebody who is familiar with that offense, and you're gonna bring in a guy like Mike White from the Jets, because he's also a free.
No.
Nah, he plays well, dude. He was productive when he was on the field for the Jets.
Yeah, but that's under the Jets scheme, bro, and their play calling. I don't think Miami has a lot of up-tempo plays. I don't think White is for that. See, that's why Tua was so good at it, because Tua has a fast arm, man, and he can legit get the snap and hit it off quick. Most quarterbacks need to do their 3-step drop, sit down, watch, and then hit it. And that was Teddy Bridgewater's problem with Miami, is that we don't have a good O line, and Teddy's not used to grabbing it and throwing it. So, regardless of the fact, we need a mobile quarterback for one, and for two, we need someone that's able to sling that ball, when it's needed. Forget it, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying we need someone. We can't go too old, I don't think, but we need someone that's gonna, like, if Tua goes down with another concussion, because if he goes down again, that's it. That's the end of his career. Who would be able to step up to the plate and continue the season for us and put us into the Super Bowl? Senate's not going to do it for us. I'll tell you that much. Minshew's not going to do it for us. I mean, that's why I say, if it wasn't Jimmy G, I know Jimmy G's asking for $1.50. But I need someone to be there as, like, in other words, co-comparing as a starter at this point.
He's gonna he's gonna command at least $20 million a year. I can see Jimmy in Houston.
Yeah.
I can see him in Houston. Houston has the cap to pay for him. Not only does Houston have the cap,
but I think Carr goes there. I think Carr goes there.
Remember, Jimmy G has familiarity if they bring the DC from San Fran. Remember?
True.
There's familiarity there. Why would Carr go somewhere like that? Carr's going to end up. Carr may end up, and I think, depending on what the Green Bay Packers do with Aaron Rodgers, end up with the Packers, because there's a lot of rumors right now that the Packers don't really want to stay with Aaron and they want to move on.
Nah, but I don't think they're gonna go after Carr. I think at that point, if you don't sign, if you don't get Jordan Love up to that plate right now, then
Yeah,
Love
but
does not belong with the
Jordan, I'm
Packers.
sorry, Jordan Love is not capable of that. He hasn't shown not even flashes of that capability.
Well, there's no opportunity, and he's not
Oh,
fit for that
he had
offense,
opportunities.
bro.
He has opportunities. He has had opportunities.
Yeah, but he's not fit for that scheme, man.
Well,
Jordan
okay, so
Love,
you just answered your own question because if he doesn't fit that scheme, then what is he good for there?
but Carr is not. But Carr's an old veteran as well. Is not going to fit in that scheme.
Yeah, but
I
Carr
see
plays
Carr going
similar
to
to
the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers.
I see Carr going
plays
to the Jets before I see Carr going to the Packers. I'll tell you that much. There's
Carr
no
can
way,
go
bro.
to Carr. That's another team that he can go to, depending on what they decide to do with Zach Wilson and Mike White.
And I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, listen, Cinderella story
Another
in
team.
Seattle.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying, look
Seattle.
at the Jets' track record,
Seattle-
though. The Jets are not afraid to get those type of quarterbacks like Brent Favre and freaking, like the journeyman guys that go there and do
Yeah,
stuff at least.
but the Jets are built to win that season. The Bills don't build for a future. They did that with Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson, granted, he got legs. He had a good season until they put White on his ass. But hey, Zach Wilson's not gonna be. He's not their franchise either. Wilson's gonna be gone in a few years. He's worth nothing right now. So why not retain him? But I'm gonna tell you what, Wilson will be that quarterback to lead, like another Geno Smith. Geno Smith went to Seattle and had a phenomenal season in Seattle. Nobody
No, but
expected that
he's
from
been
Geno.
there. He's been there for years. That's the thing. He's been
Well,
in
the
that
backup
system.
behind Russell. Yeah.
He was the backup for years.
And look at Russell. Look at fucking Russell. That boy is trash this year. Nobody
Carr,
expected that either.
Carr is very interesting in what's
Bro,
going to
not
happen.
for nothing, bro. That guy made the worst Subway commercial ever, bro. That commercial was garbage, dog. The danger
just
witch.
curious
What the fuck?
because there's not a lot of QB positions open, in my opinion. You have the Rams, but the Rams are probably going to stick with Matthew Stafford, and they're probably going to retain Baker as the backup. You could say Carolina. Carolina is an opportunity for a quarterback. Obviously, they have Sam Darnold there, but I would say that bringing in a guy kind of like Derek Carr to Carolina will definitely boost that offense. I could see him there. Depending on what the Tennessee Titans want to do with Ryan Tannehill, I can see Tennessee Titans possibly moving on from Ryan with his current injuries, but I don't think they will. You obviously the New York Jets. The Giants are an interesting one, but I think they're going to retain Daniel Jones. Tampa Bay would be a good fit for Derek Carr if Tom Brady decides to leave Tampa. There's a lot of rumors. It's a toss up between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and for playing for Vegas. There's a lot of rumors of Aaron going to San Francisco, but I don't think that's going to happen. Jacksonville obviously is good. Our Dolphins, they already said they're not pursuing Tom. Atlanta can use a quarterback. Atlanta can definitely use a veteran quarterback, a guy kind of like obviously like Derek Carr. And I'm trying to think of another team. I don't really. I would say Houston is his best option. Houston has the money to pay him. They're gonna bring in a new coach with a new system. Maybe Brandon Cooks stays, but if he doesn't, they open up another shit ton of a boatload of money in cap. Because I think right now they're at 51 million cap without that trade. After that trade, they bump up to like almost 70 mil, 80 mil with the new with that and the new cap raise or limit. So they're gonna have the money to pay people. They could definitely pay Derek Carr. You have the building block on the offensive line with Laramie Tunsil. They have Jermaine Pierce at running back, who was a stud this year as a rookie running back. So there's a lot of building blocks there that are already established. They just need a couple pieces, a tight end, maybe a guard, a couple pieces, a second wide receiver to pair with Brandon Cooks. Obviously their defense is young Stingley and that other safety that they brought in. So they have opportunity. I think that's probably the best spot for them would be Houston or Carolina. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think.
For what?
Derek Carr in Houston.
No, I think he goes.
They got the money. They have the money. Show me the money.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. Hey, but
To be honest with you,
they
bro,
have the money. I think that if they have the money, they're gonna go after Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna go after someone that's gonna bring them somewhere. That's
I think,
Aaron
bro.
Rodgers, the issue with Aaron Rodgers is that requires a trade.
La
If you
cosa
bring
es que what?
post cut,
The AFC East, the two main teams that got the money in the AFC East are the Patriots and the Jets. So I could see Belichick making a move for a quarterback, bro.
but they like Mac Jones. The issue wasn't Mac Jones. The issue was their coordinator.
You sure the issue wasn't Mac Jones?
I like the Patriots backup quarterback.
No, that was you had two defensive guys calling on offense. Like
that's true too. Patricia, yeah, that was kind of weird.
That offense played like they were still on defense. Like literally, that offense played. So
all I know is they got money to blow, bro. That's something that we have to counter. Like our owner needs to come out of the pockets, bro.
Yeah, but he has in the past. He still does now.
Yeah, but the thing is, now all these other owners are matching him. They're testing him. Now they want to call his bluff to see if he'll waste more money. Because they're going to go all in, bro. They got the capital.
This is the thing that, me and Poseidon were talking about this on this show. I don't understand what is the issue with the fan base and Stephen Ross. Stephen Ross has paid money to renovate the stadium. Stephen Ross has paid money to bring in talent. Has pushed this front office to bring in talent, guys like Tyreek Hill that are making this that has awakened this fan base, because that's what it did. It awakened this fan base, okay? Because this fan base was not awake prior to that Tyreek trade.
Yeah, the fan base was asleep.
We were coasting.
Did you see that clip about Tyreek Hill? I mean, there was a dude that did his due diligence and started looking into the complaints of Tyreek Hill as far as with the last year he had with Kansas City, and how he was saying that he wasn't getting enough catches his last year and that he didn't want to make that much money, that he could be paid Brown money.
Yeah, he probably missed the
bonus.
bonus.
And the guy did the numbers, and then he seen that he had 158 receptions last year. He had the most receptions ever as a Kansas City Chief, and he was complaining about not getting more balls.
The issue wasn't him getting more balls. The issue is that he probably had an incentive that he wanted to hit, and he couldn't hit it because they didn't give him the ball.
Bro, but he had the most receptions out of his whole career. Like he should have nailed incentives.
Maybe it was a catch percentage. Maybe it was yardage. There was something that he was trying to hit, and he couldn't hit it because they didn't give him the ball. And a lot of teams do that. Teams that have incentive-based, that's why a lot of players don't like incentive-based structures on some contracts, because sometimes the teams will prevent you for achieving that goal.
So I believe that.
And the biggest one was Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush, they held him from rushing the ball to get to 1,000 yards. That last year.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's right.
Incentive. So teams do that. And this is why I don't agree with fans that think players should have loyalty towards the team, because at the end of the day, if the team can save $1, they will. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that, bro. When Javon Holland came out with that ride or die BS, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about ride or die? Because you guys end up leaving after 4 years anyway. So,
but that's not on them. But that's not.
I get that, but we can have the right to change our mind too. Like when it comes to production not being on the field, you know what I mean? Like it's
but
what
he meant by what he meant with ride or die was there was a lot of Tua haters that flip script when he went on that little 3-run game, that little 3-0, and then he got hurt and he came back. He went on another 5-game win streak. They flipped script, and then when he hit some rocks, when he got a little bumpy, when he hit some turbulence, some high waves, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of dropping from that high wave. All those people disappeared, and that's what he was referring to.
Well, I mean, you need to listen to what you just said. All those people. That's a lot of people.
I don't know about that, because like everybody says, it's half and half. So there's also a lot of people that support him. And
Yeah,
I see that.
Understand now, Miami
and you gotta understand,
quarterback.
Cap, and you gotta understand. All right, it's not coming from like a Tua lover. I'm not, dude. At the end of the day, and I'm not gonna sit here and say the stupidest shit that I hear all the time. I bleed aqua and orange, but I'm a Dolphins fan. I do support my team, right? I wasn't a Tua fan at the beginning of the year. Everybody knows that. Okay. He gained my respect against Detroit. He won me over in Detroit, which is I've always said. Okay, doesn't make me a Tua fan. I'm gonna criticize him when he's doing bad. But at the end of the day, I don't wish him bad. I don't wish him failure. I wish him success, because if he succeeds, then the Dolphins succeed.
Of
But
course.
hold on. But let's stay in this subject. So why are you? Is my question to you, Big Philly? Why are you criticizing your quarterback game by game when 90% of the NFL teams out there support their quarterback, win or lose?
Because there's one thing about criticizing is to help him improve his game. Which I play with coaches. Why do you think coaches go into film after a game? They criticize you on your performance so you can improve the next week.
That's correct. Now, let me ask you a question. If I sit behind you and I tell you, yo, Philip, Big Philip, you're going to fail every day in life, right? You're always going to have that thought in your mind.
I had that. I had that. And where am I at now?
So shut your ass up. So
successful.
Listen. So the fact that everyone's there telling Tua, yo, you're a bust. Yo, you're this. Yo, you're that. Yo, you're skinny. Yo, your throwing arm sucks.
Okay, right.
The niggas coming out and proving everyone wrong, but yet no one still respects the man.
So
because
let me ask you this, Gordito. Let me ask you this. Do you think that he would have had that type of vengeance with those type of numbers if we didn't say anything?
No, I think we criticize that quarterback because Miami has just been shit at quarterback ever since Dan Marino. So I think anyone that steps in, if it's Lamar Jackson, if it's Aaron Rodgers, if it's anyone, we're going to criticize every fucking quarterback.
22 quarterbacks, bro. That's a lot of
Okay, and I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's a Miami thing, bro.
And here's the thing, Gordy. I can criticize my quarterback, but I'll still support my quarterback. There's a difference. I didn't go and say after that San Fran game, I was not one of those guys. And Cap, you came on here on Air It Out Monday. You came on here and we spoke about it. I never once
mentioned. It was therapeutic, bro. It was therapeutic.
It was. But I didn't come on here and say we need to get rid of him. He's not the star. He's not the guy. No, he had a bad game. He played like shit. This is what he did wrong. This is what he needs to do to get better. The next week he got better, but it wasn't enough to win the game.
Like now, can you guys deal with the fact that everyone's telling this man because he's gone through 3 concussions, yo, retire. This is not for you,
bro.
Retire.
That's his decision. I don't think he should retire. But
I don't either, and he's not. But that boy got eaten alive on that shit from not only the NFL, but from my fucking fan base, bro. Our own fan base is telling the man to retire, but yet he's putting his life and health on the line for our team.
Guys that come on these platforms on a day in and day out, guys that have their own platforms, that are successful, okay, that have a voice, that say that shit. But if I'm Tua, I eat that shit and say, fuck you. Guess what? Who's QB1? Me. And guess what I'm going to do next year? I'm gonna come
That's
back
what I'm saying, bro. Hey, if what's tougher than leather? You know what I'm saying? Your skin, bro. Like you gotta have tough skin, bro, moving forward. In Miami,
Bro,
you ain't
trust me,
gonna make it if you don't hear constructive criticism.
Listen, the
And I'm
only
sorry,
player.
bro. I'm not gonna be the one with my mouth shut and then somebody tell me, "Oh, you see the numbers he had?" Yeah, let me. If my mouth didn't open up, I guarantee you those numbers wouldn't
All
have
right,
been the way they were.
yo. So let me ask you a question. There's only been one fucking player that I can tell you right now, and probably the last, I don't know, let's put 5 years, that this one player came in within one season and proved himself. And that's fucking Tyreek Hill. That boy is a fucking dog. That
Oh
boy
yeah, no doubt, no
produces
doubt.
after those catches. Even if it's a 1 yard catch, he's a fucking horse. That guy deserves every fucking kudos to him. Now, the other person I feel is Tua. I think Tua had an amazing season for what he was given. And granted, we had one of the best we had the best duo.
given great tools. He had a great season and a productive season for the time that he played.
Oh no, of course. That's where
you
I'm coming from. I felt that, hey, if it was for Tua and Tua stayed healthy the whole season, and you know what? We probably would have went fucking 13-3. I seen that, bro. But when he went down, the team went down, and there was no one that was gonna maintain that level there.
and this is what I didn't understand, right? So you had guys that called for Teddy to come in and start over Tua. You had guys that came in and asked for Skyler to start over Tua, right? But I'm sorry, guys, the way Skyler played and the way Teddy played,
Yeah, he's
the
still
way
not
they
ready.
played, they're not there. They're not at the same level as Tua. I'm sorry. And I like Skyler. I think Skyler would be the number 2 next year.
Yeah, I like him too, but let's
I
be
like
real.
him. I'm not saying I don't like him. I just don't think he's there. That's all I'm saying. So like for instance, your boy Pete, Cap, like you love your boy Pete. He's a huge Skyler fan. I respect that, but he's not ready. They are not the same team. They are not.
No, well, I mean, let's be fair though. If there was a different backup, like he was preaching for Minshew and preaching for Baker and preaching for Carr, like all the names that everybody's bringing up now, he brought up last year. So he's open to anybody. He just wants competition.
Carr wouldn't. The thing is that again, Carr would be competition, and it would go against what they're saying about Tua. That's why I'm saying they're only going to bring in specific quarterbacks if they're really true about what they mean, that they feel that Tua is that guy. You see what I'm saying? Because the minute that they bring in somebody like that, like a Carr, and they're going to pay Carr all that money to come here, you're already telling Tua that you're not it.
So, I mean, since we're on the topic, since we're on the topic, and I know it's a touchy subject, but let's say it doesn't work out the way we want, and we're stuck with an injury again. Then what do we do?
That's
if we don't sign a quarterback,
a solid quarterback this season.
No, if we don't sign one and we roll with Tua,
then we fuck.
And God forbid he gets
losing season for another losing season.
You know how they fix that? By fixing that fucking offensive line that they still have bad.
Man, they haven't fixed that shit in 20 years, man. Get out of here with that bullshit.
It's true, though. Look, listen, they have 3 solid
It's true, bro. 20 years.
They have 3 solid pieces right now, right? So they have Laramie Tunsil. I mean, not Laramie Tunsil. Teron Armstead. I'm sorry. They have Connor, and then they have Hunt, right? You have 3 solid pieces.
Right.
So they need 2. So they can do 2 things. They can get a center and then get another tackle, because the tackles that we have are fucking ass, all of them. Okay, or they bring in they bring in a center. They move Connor to guard, which is where I want him. Okay, which I've been saying that shit all year. He's not a fucking center. That's why he does a lot of high snaps with a short quarterback. Like, that makes any fucking sense.
Right.
And then you position battle that tackle position between Liam Eichenberg, between Austin Jackson, between Little, between all of the motherfuckers. They all get their shot at tackle. But at least you got
we're gonna
more.
bring people in, though.
But they'll have 4 solidified pieces to that offensive line. You just need one to work out. Now with that, a good a running back with a good run game. So if they bring in, I think they're going to retain Wilson and Mostert. I don't think they're going to pay for Barkley or Pollard or even Miles Sanders. Which Miles Sanders
Yeah, I
will
think
get this
Pollard
offense no
broke
money.
his leg, right? What happened to Pollard? He broke his leg?
He broke his leg, but
Damn it.
with ready, he should be fine. And bones do grow; they do repair stronger. So I mean, I think he'll be fine. But the thing is, will they pay him? So you can do one of those three things. If you bring in a back and Tua goes down, Skyler can manage this offense because you'll have a better offensive line. You'll have the time, and you'll have a running back that's capable. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you
I
don't do
sure
those
hope
things,
so, man.
if you don't do those things and you leave the offense the way it is, right? Minus maybe Gesicki, because I don't think they're going to retain Gesicki, even though I like him, and I would like them to retain him and move him to that Cedric Wilson spot on the receiver side. Move him to the Cedric Wilson spot, and then you could play him with Smite on the same field. That would be an interesting fucking tandem.
Right.
But I don't know if they'll do that. But anyways, you bring in another tight end that's a blocking tight end. I would say like a Tyler Croft type guy to come in, or you draft a tight end. You bring unless that would be the only thing that I foresee that they switch. I don't think that Skyler does anything with that offense.
You see, that's my issue with Gesicki. We'll draft this guy, have him here for a few years, and then we say, "Oh, fuck that, he's done here." Does that make any sense to you?
Well, I mean, he's been here for 5 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying instead of getting rid of him, switch positions or something. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
What?
I mean,
Go back?
he is trying to get wide receiver money. And we need a big body, bro. Like, let's be honest. Like, ever since freaking Parker left, do we really have a big body guy? Like a real, true big body guy that can go up and get it?
Nope.
Nope. Only Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, because we chose to have that type of scheme, which, it's fine. But, I mean, I like Philly's scheme a little bit better. They got a big guy and a fast guy. Why can't we have that?
Yeah, well, we have.
Philly got two fast guys and a big guy. They got
yeah.
fucking Brown and Smith. I'm gonna tell you what though. Anywhere Gesicki goes, it's a wrap.
Yeah, everybody says that. Like, everybody says wherever he ends up going, he's gonna be in the Pro Bowl. He's gonna have his numbers.
No, he is. Because you know why? I'm gonna tell you why.
No, I agree with you.
The team he goes with, they ain't gonna depend for his ass to block.
That's what I'm saying.
Gesicki, if he drops another 15, 20 pounds, he's a fucking receiver. Gesicki got hands, bro. He ain't scared.
He got speed too. You seen him that one time he threw that pass up in the air in the back of his yard, then ran to the front of his house and caught the ball?
Bro, Miami just doesn't know how to use him the correct way. Brian Flores did. All right. Adam Gase did. Because that's when fucking Gesicki was prime time.
See, that's what I'm saying. Find the dude's strength and fucking use them.
But listen, guys, that's when Gesicki was our main guy. That's when we needed him.
Right.
That's when we didn't have receivers, where our receivers were small. And that's something I said in the beginning of the season. I'm like, we still lost that big guy. Y'all tripping. We lost that big guy. Everyone said, yeah, Cedric Wilson, he's going to be the dog. He ain't. Cedric Wilson's a good receiver. But you know what? Waddle and Hill incorporate a lot of our plays. And
I think we saw what? Wilson's speed in that game. When he got that breakaway speed, we saw that breakaway speed he had is not really breakaway speed. Like, I think Sherfield or Craycraft might have more of a chance on special teams next season. Because we need to have somebody to go back. I mean, I cannot trust having Javon Holland back there and Cedric Wilson back there just catching the ball and everybody thinking it's okay because we're not producing anything on special teams.
That was stupidity. to even have Holland back there and putting your star fucking safety on the line. That's stupidity to me. But Miami only has another 50 receivers on their roster that they could have used. Like I said, Craig Kraft, Braylon Sanders, even Cedric Wilson. How many snaps did Cedric Wilson really play this year? Not average, bro. Below that, we ran tight ends, and our tight ends didn't even get the ball. Who really
So let me
produced
ask you this,
was
bro.
Alex
Are
Ingle.
you going to be scared to play Tyreek Hill in special teams next season, or are we going to be scared to play Waddle in special teams next season?
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I felt that Tyreek Hill should have been a fucking punt returner because that boy has speed. He has cuts. Granted, I think that even if he got hurt, but my motherfucker plays through an injury. All right, because he's that type of dog, bro. He's there for football. He ain't there to do what everyone else does and make the money. And that's where a lot of people said about Tyreek Hill with the Chiefs. Oh, he's only there because he gets Mahomes and he makes his money. Nah, that nigga came out for a statement right now. He came out to be like, all right, so what's the next bullshit now? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's the only player I can say to Miami that this year I felt that was down to the bone was Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And Waddle. And fucking Holland. Xavier Howard had a shitty ass season.
First year, and Tyreek came here in his first year, and he's already the best receiver on your team. That says a lot for us as a team.
Yeah, bro. I just think that we got caught up with the sports politics and the football politics once again, and we catered to what people wanted, which was not having them on special teams. And that was the main focal point of this struggle was the special teams. Like, I just, it's not that hard, man. But we as a fan base, I agree with you, Gordito, we butt heads too much to the point where we make simple difficult. And I'm going to keep saying it, bro, because
hell yeah,
we don't see other teams having these problems, bro. Like, oh, you got the best punt returner in the game, but let's not put him in punt return.
And he did with Cincinnati. He was a punt returner. Now, listen, here's another thing that people didn't realize on a pickup. We traded Edmonds to the Broncos, and we picked up Jeff Wilson. What the fuck did Edmonds do for us in the season before leaving? Nothing. That boy couldn't fucking run. How come Jeff Wilson comes in, right? Now you're sitting with both ex-49er running backs, and Jeff Wilson fucking finds these holes, and he's busting people up. Bro, that tells you who's there for the game.
Bro. That was a good pickup by Greer.
Who's there for the fame, bro? And Jeff Wilson.
I'm not gonna front, bro. I give Greer his criticism.
He's a fucking dog.
But that Jeff Wilson, that was a good move, bro. Like, you could see the dog in him, bro, when he was fighting for extra yards. When he got hurt, bro, I see him limping to the sideline, tell the guy, give me 5 minutes, I'm going back out there. And didn't even question anybody. He just said, I'm going back out there.
Yeah, but we're going to resign him?
He better resign him.
But we still need a 3-down back, bro. I'm tired of this experimenting, and I think the whole team in general, we do a lot of rotational pieces, especially on the defense. And I just like to see like a solidified spot where we have one linebacker, one running back that people fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think also having Bradley Chubb as the DN play this year, I think that Miami should have put him at the linebacker position.
Yeah, that was an anomaly, bro. He's going to be better next season. For some reason, I think he's going to be way better next season.
I mean, he came in the middle of the season.
He got pulled in, like halfway through the season, bro. Like, I'm not going to put fault on that man for that.
No.
Especially in that Buffalo game, he came through, got the strip sack.
I'm going to tell you what, bro. Miami probably had one of the best defenses this year, but our fucking defensive coordinator was the fucking shittiest, bro.
Bro, all I know is Fangio is legit, and he ends up being here, bro. I forgot who was it that told me, bro. I want to say it was, man, and forgive me if I don't remember, bro. Whoever you were, bro, that told me what? Oh, it was Russell. Russell told me that he was in every team he was at was a top 10 defense, bro. Nothing less and nothing more. And if we
Yeah,
had
we
a
is,
top
bro.
5 with Flores, bro, we cannot digress, bro. This defense is supposed to be the backbone of this team, bro. Like, we don't have an identity offensively. Like, until that happens, we got to rely on the defense to carry the weight. And I don't want to do that, but we got to figure out
When's the
something,
last time
man.
we had an offense?
Yeah, but if it's 3-4, 4-3, figure it out now, man, because we need
Well,
the
we had an
personnel.
offense. We don't want to admit it, but we did have an offense this year. We just didn't have a run game.
No, we did, but you get what I'm saying. Like, more linemen, we got to get more linemen. We got to get a tight end. We got to, we got to do more shit. Like, we do need another running back. As much as I don't say, we need to fill holes, but we probably will fill holes.
You know what would be another splash?
Who?
Don't say
Miami
it.
trades the second round pick
Don't say it.
this year. They trade first round pick next year
Don't say it.
and a first round pick after that.
Don't do it. I know where you're going. Don't do it.
Who?
You think of Barkley or Elliott?
Fuck no. Barkley's a free agent and Elliott una mierda. George Kittle. You wouldn't give up, or maybe a second and a first. You wouldn't give that up for George Kittle?
Well, I'll give up Gesicki in that trade before I give up 2 first rounds.
He's a free agent. Doesn't work.
Yeah, we're gonna franchise tag his ass. Watch.
I think so. Again, I think so. But
I know we are.
no, I don't think we will. I think we're done.
I don't know about that, bro.
I think he's on his way out. And he knows it. That's why he said the shit that he said.
I can see him being a Jet.
I see him going to Green Bay.
Bro, if
He's either going to Green Bay or he's going to Tennessee to play with Tannehill.
if the Packers get rid of Rodgers, whoo!
Yo, let me go harass Batman. I'll be back.
Yeah, well, no, I'm gonna call it, guys. Hey, I want to thank you, Cap, for coming on.
Let's go over there. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a little bit, bro. The white coming home, man. I'm trying to relax a little bit. I gotta smoke a little weed. You know what I'm saying?
Handle your business.
I'm a little.
Gordito, call me, bro. You got my number, man.
I got you, big dog.
Dale.
Hey, bro.
Canes, later.
Hey, man. Thank all y'all for coming on, bro. Canes, bro. As always,
Thanks a lot,
much
man.
love to you.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Cap. Hey, I always appreciate you, Cap, and your opinions, bro. Love you, brother. I'll talk to you in a little bit. And Gordito, as always, bro, making a rare motherfucking appearance. Thank you for coming on, bro, and keeping the show going tonight. I appreciate all y'all guys. Again, bro, we are giving away that giveaway for the Nick Needham jersey. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog, tell your whoever. I don't care who you tell, but just know you gotta fucking say it. Yo, go subscribe to Big Philly and Miami Fan Talk. We got a lot of stuff coming, guys. We got a couple shows that new shows that are coming next month. We'll announce them once we confirm it. But we got 3 new shows coming. So we're gonna have a lot more fun. We're gonna be running Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard to get your sports fix. All right. All your sports right here in one shop. Miami Fan Talk. You want to talk about Dolphins? We can talk about Dolphins. You want to talk about the Marlins? We can talk about the Marlins. You want to talk about Joe Judge? Talk whoever you want to talk about. Monday through Friday, 2 hours, more or less 2 hours, 7 p.m. to 9, more or less, bro. I want to thank all y'all again, bro. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy your week.
You too,
I'll
man.
catch you Friday on Bring Your Old Beer and Blunts Friday. Y'all have a great night.
All right, man.
Gerardo.